Hello and welcome back to the NFL Week 3 Props Show presented by Props Optimizer. Props Optimizer is our prop betting platform available on iOS and Android. It is a free app. Come give us a try. You have to view ads for the free version, or it is $10 per month. Download it. Give it a try. Give us a 5-star review. It goes a huge way to helping our small team. Now, let's get into it. I'm your host, Tyler Wiemann. We're going to start off by going a review of last week. Then we'll do some props for this week. And then I got a little bonus. I got two mini kind of correlated parlays we're going to go through. And Tilted Pick 6 is added to Props Optimizer. We will try and get it over on Props AI as well, but pretty much all the picks I use would be available on those as well. So let's talk about it. And Tilted, thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. Eddie as well. See your comments. Now let's get to last week. Daniel Jones didn't throw an interception. They haven't even created an interception. A turnover in general. They haven't punted the ball. This Colts team has been incredible. And hey, I thought they would come back down to earth a little bit last week, but it did not happen. Tilted, I appreciate you saying that LineStar is the best in the business. We do provide a great value. We strive to continue that. Now, Puka Nacua did go over 77.5 receiving yards. Calvin Ridley went over. Jawan Johnson are just every week go-to. Still absolutely crushing. He went over, and then Jordan Mason unfortunately sold. The game just, got a little out of reach, and they stopped running the ball. Even with Aaron Jones getting hurt, he didn't get it. They just didn't rush the ball, and JJ McCarthy looked absolutely horrible. Now he's out 2 to 4 weeks. Now, let's get into this week's props. We're going to start off going with Quinshon Judkins, and we are going under 42.5 rushing yards. LineStar's at 34. Consensus is at 41.6. The big story here is they are against possibly the best defense in football in the Green Bay Packers. Packers not allowing much on the ground. They're second in the league on the ground. They're only 7th, allowing 0.3 rushing touchdowns. Really doesn't matter for this one. But the other factor is that Judkins has been with the team for only 2 weeks. He came out last week and he got 10 carries. He busted a big running back, or a big run. But outside of that, he really didn't do much. And now he's facing the Green Bay defense, which is stopping everybody. On the season, they're only allowing 39 rushing yards. And they've actually faced good offenses. Now they get Cleveland. I think Judkins is in for a very, very rough day. We're going to go under 42.5. Next, we're going to go to Jayden Daniels, and we're going higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. LineStar's at 2.7. Consensus is at 1.6. And this is at plus 135. Absolutely love the value here. And the thing with Daniels is he's questionable. He hasn't practiced all week, but he is expected to practice tomorrow, Friday. And then I believe he is going to give it a go. I believe he is going to play, but he's likely going to be wearing a brace on his knee, and he's not going to be quite as mobile. Now, with that, I think we're going to see his passing volume go up a little bit. And the chance of the touchdowns to follow. And he's in a good spot versus the Raiders here, who are allowing 1.5 passing touchdowns per game so far. They are also in the same spot over the last 4 games. They faced the Chargers. Herbert absolutely lit them up. And then the Patriots and May, who had an okay game, but, Patriots aren't really a pass-first team, and I believe that the Washington Commanders are going to throw a lot more this week than they're used to, and it's versus a poor secondary. Raiders allowing more passing attempts, allowing more passing yards. They're 26 in the league there. And with the injury, I expect Jayden Daniels to throw quite a bit. Next, we got to go back to Juwan Johnson. This man is just playing a ton of snaps. The line is now up to 39.5. We've chased it up. Next week, when it goes up a little bit higher, then we may finally start backing off it, but he's at 44.6 receiving yards. The consensus is at 38.7, and I still like going the over versus the Seahawks. Now, they're 7.5 favorites. Yes, Bass, this is live. Thank you for showing up. They're 7.5-point favorites, or underdogs, sorry. The Seahawks are 7.5-point favorites, meaning they are going to have to pass. And pretty much what they have done, they have gone to Olave and they have gone to Juwan Johnson. He has 9 targets last week. He had 11 targets the first week, 20 total targets. While I don't expect him to get 10 targets every single week, I do expect him to be a main factor in this offense. And so far, the Seahawks have had trouble stopping the tight end. They're allowing 54 yards per game to the tight end and a touchdown per game, ranking 32nd. I like Juwan Johnson once again to go over, and he is averaging 62 yards per game so far this year. Next, we got Matt Stafford. I've had to click a couple different props. Stafford last night, starting to research for this. I really liked Matt Stafford's completions. They were at 19.5. That's jumped up to 21. But I do think we can still go to his passing attempts at 32.5. LineStar's at 35.8 and consensus at 33.2. The issue or the thing here is that they are versus the Philadelphia Eagles, who are a pass funnel defense. The Rams are going to struggle to run the ball versus the Eagles. And what is going to happen is Stafford is going to sit back and throw the ball a ton. 44 times last time they played last year, 36 in the first game they played last year. 2023, he was over. What is going to happen here is it's just going to be a ton of Matt Stafford passing over the last 4. The Eagles are allowing opposing quarterbacks to, or attempts 35.8. And I think we're going to see that once again. And Stafford's averaging 33.3 over the last 4. So last but not least, we are going to Jaylen Warren. 19.5 yards, receiving yards. Our LineStar projection is at 21.1. Consensus is 22. Jaylen Warren has taken over this backfield as no surprise. And Aaron Rodgers has even came out saying they need to get him the ball in passing situations more, as just something good happens every time he touches the ball. And I think that is going to happen once again. He had 86 receiving yards versus Seattle. He had 22 versus the Jets. He's in another decent matchup versus the Patriots, who have been getting gashed by running backs receiving, allowing 6.5 receptions per game and 56 yards per game. Their issues go back to last season as well. And Jaylen Warren is one of the better receiving backs in the league. This is a great spot for him, and he is going to go over 19.5. Now, those are our... Oops, I'm sorry. I totally didn't take off the what we did last week. These are our 5 picks. We got Quinshon Judkins, under 42.5 rushing yards. Jayden Daniels, over 1.5 touchdowns. That's at plus 135. It is part of the reason I like it, so I definitely want to make sure you guys see that. Then we got Juwan Johnson, over 39.5 receiving yards. Matthew Stafford, over 32.5 passing attempts, and Jaylen Warren over 19.5 receiving yards. Now, my two other picks I have for you. I know somebody's going to say something. What about the Bears? What about the Cowboys? And I think I got to throw something out there. Now, I don't love their lines. Everything is elevated. This game profiles to be a super fast-paced game, but I do like some of the alt lines. And one of the two people I've looked at the most are Pickens and DJ Moore. Now, there is some rumors that DJ Moore is on the outs in Chicago and they're trying to trade him. There is no better way to do that than trying to get him going in this game. And then you got George Pickens, who can absolutely just bust the game wide open with big plays. Now, I don't want to play their 52.5 receiving yards or 55.5 receiving yard lines. What I want to do is I'm going to go George Pickens for 100 yards and a touchdown. That is plus 700. So I like this play. It plays with our team defense tool. If you look at the Pickens situation, it is a plus spot. Chicago really hasn't been able to stop anybody. We're at 22.5, plus yards. Our defensive tool, essentially what it is, our team defense tool, is DVOA, but we also have a rolling aspect to it where it's a 4-game rolling average versus the full season. So it gives you a good look at the smaller sample sizes. Now, we've only had 2 games, so this is a very small sample size so far, but this Bears defense looks like one of the worst ones in the league. And when Pickens really goes nuts, he really does it. Usually will get a touchdown. He can absolutely go over 100 yards. And with the 50-point total, it profiles as a good spot to take a shot. Now, if we go to DJ Moore, it is a similar situation. Dallas's secondary looks absolutely awful. It is high up on our team defense tool as far as the matchup. And he is the DJ Moore 100 plus a touchdown is plus 850. If you want to get really wild and just put those both together, it's plus like 6,000. If you're playing these longer shots, please don't put too much into it. Bet responsibly. If you have a problem, you can go to 1-800-GAMBLER. They're there to help. But make sure you're managing your bankroll on these longer shot bets, as they're just not ones that are going to hit a lot. There's a reason why you're getting 8.5 times your money on this type of stuff. So please bet responsibly. I appreciate it. And once again, here are our picks for the week. We got Quinshon Judkins under 42.5 receiving yards, Jayden Daniels over 1.5 touchdowns at plus 135, Juwan Johnson over 39.5 receiving yards, Matthew Stafford over 32.5 passing attempts, and Jaylen Warren over 19.5 receiving yards. That'll do it for us today. We will be back with more tomorrow on NFL DFS and a underdog pick'em slip. You all have a good one. Talk to you later. Peace.